It's second time lucky for Bayern Munich in the Champions League, and Chelsea overcome their blues, bouncing back from disappointment to lift some European silverware. It's a long road to the Champions League final, but it's a road with few bumps for Bayern Munich as they completed a stellar season. Having had the trophy agonisingly snatched away from them last year by Chelsea, in front of their own fans to boot, they were determined to go one better this time round. They breezed through the group stages, making short work of Bate Borisov and Lille, and squeezing ahead of Valencia to top Group F. But despite a strong start, Bayern were taking nothing for granted as they reached the knockout stages.
Coming here, Arsenal must score 3 goals if they are to make it to the next round, so we're in a good position. But you never know what will happen in football. Just one incident can change a game, so we must play well and be focused.
Despite a late scare, they saw off Arsenal. Juventus and even Barcelona were then dispatched with some style, leading the Bundesliga champions heading for their second final in 2 years. But Borussia Dortmund stood between them and redemption for their 2012 loss. Arjen Robben took much of the blame for defeat against Chelsea that night after he missed a penalty in the dying seconds of the match. But this time it was all right on the night as he netted the winner just before full time and was named man of the match as well. And it marked a great way to retire for Bayern's veteran coach, Jupp Heynckes.
Besonders in den ersten 20 Minuten gemerkt, wo wir nicht zu unserem Spiel gefunden haben.
To begin with, we didn't quite find our feet, and I have to pay a compliment to Dortmund. In the first stage of the game they were excellent and it was a difficult match for us. After the break, I think we played considerably better and we took command of the game.
Wir nicht zu unserem Spiel gefunden haben und es für uns ein schwieriges Spiel war. Aber ich denke doch,
we played more forward, made more opportunities. Both teams played good football, but I think it is because of the second half we deserved to win.
haben wir wesentlich besser gespielt, haben wir.
I was so happy after this really hard game. I think Dortmund also did well, but we keep going to pushing to the last minute. So I'm just happy for the team and everyone, for Munich, for the fans.
We did everything what we had to. The game today was really difficult at the beginning for us, but at the end I think we won it. At the halftime, and the coach talked to us and said that we have to get the nerves out and try to play our football. That's what we did in the second half, and we won it. That's the important thing at the end.
At the beginning of the season, Chelsea had been hoping to become the first club to win back-to-back Champions League titles. But things did not go according to plan. Defeats to Juventus and Shakhtar Donetsk condemned them to third place in their group and elimination. Manager Roberto Di Matteo found himself out of a job as a result, and the Blues were looking for answers. In walked Rafa Benitez. The interim coach turned the team around and guided them all the way to Amsterdam and the Europa League final.
Any season when you reach the European final and you win it, have to be considered as a successful one. Obviously this is a big game or massive game tomorrow for the whole football club. We would like to make the history by winning the game tomorrow, and nothing, by making a history, you always remember the season as a successful one.
In their way stood Benfica. The Portuguese side came to Holland keen to end their European trophy drought, which stretched back nearly half a century.
Primeiro a gente tem uma confiança muito forte no trabalho que a gente faz.
We are confident, we have worked hard to be here and we trust what we do. We will enjoy the game and look forward to playing against Chelsea.
Não tem que voltar, a jogo que já foi.
There's no reason for us to fear the result.
O que a gente faz no dia a dia.
But it wasn't to be though, as Chelsea edged a tight game, with Branislav Ivanovic popping up with a late header in a game many thought was heading for a draw. This gave Chelsea a 2-1 win and put them in the history books as the only team to hold both European Cups in the same time, even if it was just for a week.
We had it last year. It was the ultimate of the Champions League, and because the minute you get into the Europa League, people talk about you being disappointed, but when you get to a night like this, it makes it all worthwhile.
I think at this moment in time, obviously holding the 2 European Cups is sort of history in itself, so we're proud of that, and tonight was a great victory.
It was a magnificent game. It was so difficult for us. In the first half, the guys controlled all the game. In the second half, in the halftime, Rafa spoke with us, and to change some position and the intensity of the game. So in the second half it was better. So that's why we won the title.
The final was really difficult against a very good team. I think that we played the two best teams in Europa League, so I think that was a difficult game.
Maybe next year will be Benfica's chance for glory, as the Champions League trophy heads for their home city, with the final being held in Lisbon in 2014.